Welcome everyone to another Road Riff on More with Less. I'm on the road heading home from one of my outings, and I want to talk with you a little bit about growing in knowledge. One of the things I've understood as I studied when I was in my graduate education is I learned a little bit about acquiring knowledge. And knowledge then, if we get God's wisdom on it, if we get God's insight on it, becomes wisdom. And one of the things that I think has completely been dismissed in this generation especially is knowledge through authority. Now, authority is, in our culture, has become kind of a negative word, but we don't realize that, like, the understanding and the knowledge that we get from our grandparents is actually through authority. It's because somebody else has lived the experience and we don't have to live it in order to learn from it. Authority is the kind of knowledge that says, don't touch that surface of that oven because it will burn your fingers. And for the child that says to himself, that person knows what they're talking about, I'm not going to touch that surface because I don't want to burn my fingers. That's actually learning through authority. And authority is like mentorship or having a coach. Good coaches are those that have actually lived the life, lived the experience, and they know what works. And I have in my life tried to make sure that I learn the stories of the people that are older than me, that have lived life longer than me, so that I don't have to take the long road to understanding some of the information and truths about the world. And one of those, for example, is the understanding that, for instance, left alone and by myself, my own deepest human nature is actually to be selfish, to do what I want to do, to not honor others above myself, to not treat others like I would like to be treated. I mean, my natural inclination is to be self-consumed and self-aggrandizing and be narcissistic. But I learned through Sunday school teachers and through my parents that will only lead to misery and sorrow. It will lead to being alone and being ostracized from the people that I want to be accepted by. And so learning, for instance, that my natural inclination is, well, I call it sin, to be selfish, to be sinful, needs to be combated with a practice of serving others and looking at others as people that I can help rather than people that can give me something. And these are the kinds of truths that come through authority. It's very, very easy to say, I don't want to learn from anybody else. I want to learn everything by the school of hard knocks. The problem is, in a lot of cases, we are trapped by the school of hard knocks, and we don't actually overcome. We don't actually move beyond our failures, our sorrows, our angers, we're trapped by our actions, and they become addictions, they become cycles in our lives that are not productive and not fruitful. So I just, again, want to just share this short little road riff about looking to people, finding people that you can trust. People that have been there, people that I use this word road film. I remember cracking up a guy one time when they were asking me about helping them out with some video and marketing, and I said, well, the one thing I have going for me is I have road film. And he started laughing, because there are some things that you can't, that you learn as you live, and one of the best ways to move faster, say maybe even than I did in my understanding of life and what's important in life, is to let others give you advice. Ask them the hard questions, ask them how they've lived, how they've overcome, and then take that and seriously consider it, and let that be one of the guides in your life. So that's this little road riff. It's about authority. Don't dismiss authority as being a great source of knowledge and wisdom. Authority is there for your fruitfulness, your prosperity, and so that you don't end up repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. When you have someone that you trust in authority giving you information that you can trust, just like I trust the scriptures, I trust my wife, I've trusted other mentors, I'm encouraging you to find those people, those sources that can give you good advice and learn from authority. And do not dismiss it like a lot of our culture does, because authority is a great source of knowledge. Hope you've enjoyed this short road riff on More with Less.